At this museum and many museums, we tell stories through artifacts, and we try and collect artifacts that actually have stories to tell. And sometimes we find in our collections that we don't quite understand all the stories that might be available from particular artifacts. And so tonight I want to go on a journey with you where we've had a particular piece with Scrimshaw for a number of years. We knew a little bit about it, but we took a deeper dive and found some really interesting, very human stories about island history out of that one artifact. So to start off, the piece of Scrimshaw that is central to our story is this piece. And so this is a tooth with a whaling scene, numerous whales there, and in different states of being hunted by 3 boats that have all launched from this ship. This tooth is the work of Edward Burdett, he is in fact the earliest named American Scrimshaw artist who put pictures onto whale teeth. This is a tooth that we've had in our collection for a number of years. And the one side is this great whaling scene, but then the other side is this elaborate inscription. And the inscription and the picture on the front are not from the same dates. So Edward Burdett, who I'll tell you a little bit more about in a second, did this in the late 1820s, and then this is dated 1846. So there's lots there to sort of unpack and to be curious about. And then the tooth in question tonight has this inscription on the back, and we know that the inscription is not by Edward Burdett because it's added long after he has passed away. We're not exactly certain who engraved this, but we suspect that it probably was one of the silversmiths on island. So as I mentioned, the tooth has this inscription, and Peter Ewer is the first name mentioned in that description. And Peter Ewer was a son of a Nantucket merchant. He himself was a merchant and entrepreneur. He was the only son of Sylvanus Ewer, who was a very prosperous Nantucket shipowner and oil merchant. So Peter Ewer was heavily involved with Nantucket business, Nantucket life, Nantucket commercial life, and was quite the player here in the 1830s and 1840s. So on the back of our tooth, we have Peter Ewer giving this tooth to Richard Niven. He's a textile merchant in the north of Ireland, who, as far as we know, never came to Nantucket. So why would he get a tooth from Peter Ewer?